мои, вновь обращаюсь я, ваш отец.
I wanted everything silvery, mirror, metally, aluminium, like something like this, and I thought it was a perfect set for that collection.
Многие языки космоса, чтобы вы все поняли, космос живой, многолик, многообразен.
Very classic Chanel. Again, we talk about technician, there is Karl Lagerfeld, and he knows Chanel so well. And it's always a pleasure with Karl. First of all, the set was incredible. I was reminded of that iconic mirrored staircase, all those incredible photographs of Coco Chanel. And as always with Karl, it's contemporary.
I thought it was very funny. They wear the little hat, like squash top hats, to give a new movement to the canotier, but the canotier we saw enough. All the embroideries are abstract. There are no flowers, no shishi. I had this belt, beautifully made. They are a little higher than the waist, and they make the legs longer, because the other belts, they are flat. And it's a very, very difficult job. It doesn't look like, but things should never look difficult. Haute Couture ateliers, but it's a lot. I don't think many houses have 4 ateliers. They are divine. And I'm lucky to have this kind of people. Because you see, I made also draped thing, but normally we don't drape that much at Chanel. The drapery has to be flawless.
Show, and that's actually really nice to see. Those were clothes made for a really sort of glamorous, soignée woman, and you could see it in the palette. You could see it in the way that he managed to kind of temper the sparkle, with a sort of slightly raised wide leather belt, which is actually quite modern. That was great.
The Chanel show was particularly in sync with the times we live in. I think it was a little bit about restoration and going back to classic clothing. I think it's a moment of beautiful craftsmanship, beautiful shapes. I think there was something conservative, traditional, but also incredibly innovative in the way the fabrics were treated and the embroideries and the quality of the garment and the fit of the garment. Display on soft and hard, that is something that you see a lot at Chanel. I mean, the lightness, the embroideries and all of that mix with like shapes that are more structured.
Fresh, but it also was very soigné. When you add a lot of flash and reflective materials, it can really go to something that's a little too glitzy. But there was a sophistication about his designs, even with all of the shimmering pieces, that he was able to maintain a sophistication that I thought it's a hard balance to do.
very easy. But believe me, it's not easy. Because what I wanted was something impeccable. I think couture had to be flawless.
So heartwarming to see him taking the catwalk at the end with Lily Rose Depp, you know, the daughter of his muse, Vanessa Paradis, and walking together arm in arm. That tugged at your heartstrings.
It's contemporary and clever, and it was very bright and young. And he ends with Lily Rose Depp. But it's, again, the lightness. Really is the lightness. Because I think really for couture to last, it has to be lightness. Because actually lightness is very hard to achieve.